This is a 7 News on Your Side I-Team 2023 special.
So did she take some of that money that was given to you? So you guys kind of split the money?
I gave her some of the money.
Yeah, how much money we're talking about? Thousands of dollars for each person?
You're talking about thousands.
Gunfire raining down on a school and one of D.C.'s busiest streets. The shooter making this gunfire potentially even more lethal with a tiny piece of metal or plastic you can buy online in seconds that turns a handgun into a machine gun.
You know, the concern is that they're everywhere out there on the streets.
I couldn't believe it because I figured, like I said, these are long gone. So
I'm really happy
you truly are the man with this.
Thank you for joining us for our 2023 I-Team Year-End Special. I'm Lisa Fletcher, along with Mitch Blocker and Scott Taylor. And over the next 30 minutes, we're going to take a look back at some of our favorite investigations of 2023.
These are stories that had an impact, that exposed problems and solved them for our viewers.
There are also some of our investigations that we really enjoyed working on, so let's begin. Up first, our exclusive investigation into claims of selling cosmetology license out the back door of the Department of Licensing and Consumer Protection in D.C. It's all about pay to play. Now, this doesn't happen very often, but we got an on-camera confession from one of the ringleaders. David Brunson has been a commercial airline pilot in D.C. for nearly 20 years, and he's had a lifelong interest in the health and beauty industry. So when a former member of the D.C. Cosmetology Board asked him if he was interested in starting a beauty school, he jumped on it.
This was a dream for me.
The D.C. board member, Olivia French, who was appointed to the board by D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser. French used to own a beauty school called the French Institute. It hadn't been licensed to operate in D.C. since 2015. Brunson says French wanted him to open up a new beauty school at her old school's location. Brunson says he spent more than $100,000 on classroom renovations and equipment, but was floored when he learned how some students managed to get their licenses.
It was a pay to play.
Turns out Olivia French was selling cosmetology and barber license to unqualified students for thousands of dollars. She allegedly then kicked back some of that money to an official here at D.C.'s Department of Licensing and Consumer Protection. In D.C., you need 1,500 hours of classes and also pass an exam to legally obtain a cosmetology license. Brunson says French would give students a few hours of training, then fill out their applications listing the French Institute as the school they attended. Some students would even get their licenses without taking the required exam.
Well, she explained to me that she pretty much runs D.C. when it came to licensing.
Brunson says French got bogus licenses for dozens of students and says French got him 3 fake licenses, a cosmetology instructor license, an operator license, and a barber license. Brunson says he never paid any application fees or took any tests. In text sent to Brunson, French states that she could get anyone he trusts a license and bragged about how much money she made in a month. 7 News spoke with 2 former students who said they both paid French for their licenses. Both confirmed they never took required classes or exams.
Again, I said, why don't you just stop and let the school happen and stop picking students off before I can get started? And I said, you're going to go to jail.
Brunson says he wanted to open a legitimate school and charge tuition. He says French seemed more interested in using the school to continue her pay-to-play scam.
Being unlicensed and not knowing how to take care of certain situations can really be dangerous for everyone.
Julio Vehio has been in the cosmetology industry for 45 years and owns 7 Paul Mitchell beauty schools, including this one at Tyson's Corner Mall. Vehio says there's a good reason students need professional training.
There's use of chemicals, sharp equipment, sanitation, disinfection, how to handle certain situations when people may have allergic reactions. So understanding and knowing a good foundation of your craft is extremely important.
Hi, Olivia. 7 News caught up with Olivia French near her home in the district. She admitted her guilt in the pay-to-play scheme, but told us she wasn't alone. She said she gave money to a female accomplice in the DLCP to obtain bogus licenses. So did she take some of that money
Yes,
that was
she
given
did.
to you? So you guys kind
Absolutely.
of split the money?
I gave her some of the money.
Yeah, how much money are we talking about? Thousands of dollars
Oh.
for each person?
You're talking about thousands.
Did you take tests for them as well so they could get them?
Those that, some of them I took tests, some of them she just went in the computer and
And just got the
printed
licenses?
the licenses off.
Which you now know was wrong to do, right?
Absolutely. And I'm guilty. Yeah, I'm ready to pay the price.
This is far from over. A dozen people have lost their license, and DC investigators are still trying to figure out who knew what and how they were involved.
Up next, in less than 60 seconds, this device can turn a handgun into a machine gun. The 7 News I-Team discovers illegal sales on some of the most popular social media sites,
The concern is that they're everywhere out there on the streets.
including right here in D.C. And later, the horrifying discovery one mother makes as she tries to save her 9-year-old daughter fighting cancer when the chemotherapy drugs run out.
She said, well, do I die? No one had an answer for her, right? I didn't have an answer. So I just said, Abby, we're gonna try to find it.
Criminals are turning handguns into machine guns, and all it takes is $20 or a 3D printer. I discovered these devices are creating terrifying terrain for police and communities across America, including right here in D.C.
Gunfire raining down on a school and one of D.C.'s busiest streets. The shooter making this gunfire potentially even more lethal, with a tiny piece of metal or plastic you can buy online in seconds that turns a handgun into a machine gun.
The concern is that they're everywhere out there on the streets.
It's called a handgun conversion device, illegal and commonly known as a Glock switch, but it can be installed on many types of guns with devastating consequences. ATF Acting Special Agent in Charge Mike Waddell told us it is a terrifying trend.
We're starting to see a huge increase. Criminal elements are using them against other criminal elements, but also our law enforcement partners.
Body camera footage shows 2 officers in Texas serving a warrant.
It's Houston Police. Let's do this thing.
In a split second, the suspect hits them with a hail of gunfire from a handgun outfitted with a conversion device. One officer is killed, the other seriously wounded.
Bill!
In 2020, ATF seized more than 4,000 weapons with conversion devices. In just 1 year, that number increased by more than a third to nearly 6,000. These modified weapons have killed and injured dozens of people at a time in mere seconds in cities across the country. Sacramento, Fresno, Milwaukee, Detroit, and Houston, just some of the latest. In 2022, in the District of Columbia, a lone shooter who, according to ATF, had at least one weapon outfitted with a conversion device, plunged schools and a neighborhood into a terrifying lockdown for hours as he sprayed bullets from a 5th-floor apartment. 4 people were injured.
It increases that capability of that suspect, by, just the possession and the use of this, handgun conversion device.
In fact, it allows the shooter to fire up to 600 rounds from a handgun in 1 minute. We arranged a demonstration with DC's ATF experts. In less than 2 seconds, I fired 15 rounds from a 9mm handgun.
How easy is it to swap out for one of these switches?
It's a fairly easy process. So a matter of less than a minute, you can have one switched out and ready to utilize the firearm.
Firearms Enforcement Officer Nicholas Campbell explained how it works.
It's pushing down on your actual trigger bar, keeping it from resetting, and that's what's causing it to fire automatically.
We were able to find these illegal gun modifiers openly for sale for anywhere from $20 to $200 on multiple social media platforms, including Facebook, TikTok, and Telegram, all of which forbid weapons transactions. Waddell says it's no mystery who's making these purchases.
Typically what we find is that someone that's not going through the process to necessarily register a Glock switch or to make it legal, that they're using it for criminal or nefarious purposes.
Meta, the parent company of Facebook and TikTok, provided us statements about the devices we found on their sites and the work they're doing to prevent such illegal activity. You can see it fully on WJLA.com. Telegram did not respond to our inquiries.
Any patient being told the words that my 9-year-old had to hear is not okay.
Still to come, investigations with national impact have been a hallmark of Lisa Fletcher's reporting. This year was no different. After the break, exposing a decades-long shortage of life-saving cancer drugs for kids.
The 7 News I-Team has been reporting on a crisis in the cancer community. Chemotherapy drugs are in short supply, with life and death consequences for adult patients. And now we're shedding light on a devastating new layer: the impact on thousands of children diagnosed with cancer in the U.S. each year. Most kids can be cured, but as I discovered, it depends on a carefully constructed regimen of life-saving drugs, which can be difficult or impossible to find.
Any patient being told the words that my 9-year-old had to hear is not okay.
Those words? We're out of the chemo drug that could save your life. Laura Bray and her daughter Abby, diagnosed with leukemia, would face that unthinkable scenario not once, not twice, but 3 times during the course of her treatment.
She said, well, do I die? No one had an answer for her. Right? I didn't have an answer, so I just said, Abby, we're going to try to find it.
Laura enlisted hundreds of friends and family who called every children's hospital searching for the drug Abby needed.
It worked, and once we did that, I was haunted. I couldn't sleep.
Because countless other kids were being told their drugs weren't available. In fact, 75% of the 20 most essential pediatric cancer drugs have been short in the last 5 years.
These chemotherapy drugs, they're the backbones of curative and life-saving regimens for which we have no alternative. It is exceedingly rare that we can have an alternative.
Dr. Yoram Unguru is a pediatric oncologist and a professor at Johns Hopkins School of Medicine.
It's critical.
Unlike adults, he told us most kids with cancer, about 85%, can be cured, but it can't be done without the necessary drugs.
How is it possible that we run out of these critical care drugs for kids?
It's complicated. Most experts believe that the primary drivers for these chemotherapy shortages are economic, business decisions. There's not a lot of drug companies that want to make them. They're not cheap to make, but they are reimbursed at a very low level.
Among them, methotrexate, used for kids with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, brain tumors, and leukemia. It's been in shortage since March. The most common childhood cancer is acute lymphoblastic leukemia, one that requires 10 drugs and often years to treat. 8 out of those 10 drugs have been in short supply over the last decade.
What's it like to tell a family, I think I can cure your child of cancer, but I don't have the drugs to do it?
It is one of the most frustrating and difficult discussions I've had, but you're handcuffed. You don't want to treat cancer with one hand behind your back. Cancer is hard.
The FDA and independent researchers have found these shortages caused relapses requiring more intensive, toxic chemotherapy, decreased enrollment in life-saving clinical trials, and patient deaths.
The problem is the pharmaceutical companies aren't required to tell us how long the shortages are going to last, and so you have to make a bit of a guess.
And that guesswork is exactly what Laura Bray wants to take out of the equation, inspired by her daughter Abby.
She was my catalyst, and then I said, I think I could do something. And then I asked everybody, can you do something with me?
That's when she started Angels for Change. Using her expertise as a business professor specializing in supply chains, she's connected the stakeholders, hospitals, drug makers, distributors, doctors, and patients to work together to end drug shortages.
We can ensure no child will ask their parent, will I die if I don't get my medicine?
She says the players are willing and all agree that something must be done.
The question is, are we going to do it? I didn't know drug shortages existed until this happened to my child in 2019, but they did 10 years before they had congressional hearings. So don't let this moment go away. Don't bring me back here in 10 years. We've got to do the work, and everyone has got to come to the table.
Along with her work on the big picture solution, Laura's nonprofit works to help individual families who are faced with drug shortages, taking calls from families in need so that no child has to go without. We've got links to Angels for Change and the End Drug Shortages Alliance on WJLA.com.
This vehicle has no keys, was
Correct.
going to West Africa.
Correct. Brand new 2022 Cadillac Escalade.
Up next, we're inside America's busiest port, tracking down stolen cars before they leave American shores. All year, we've shared story after story about how and why crime is hitting the DMV so hard. One of the most rewarding investigations tracked down stolen cars inside shipping containers bound for Africa. U.S. Customs agents gave us exclusive access and returned hundreds of thousands of dollars in stolen property to the DMV. It's just after 4 a.m. in Bethesda. More than a dozen high-end Mercedes sit on the showroom floor. It doesn't take thieves even 30 seconds to break through the front door. Surveillance video captures their nerve and precision, watching them maneuver and speed 4 cars out of the showroom. Their biggest prize, a $200,000 Mercedes G-Wagon.
Your first emotion is anger and frustration.
Jim Willard's brand new cars are gone in under 15 minutes. They join the other 55,000 cars burglarized in Montgomery County's streets, driveways, parking lots, and car dealerships, all in the last 3 years. Willard has a hunch where they're headed.
Port of Baltimore, from my understanding, is one of the hottest beds of stolen vehicles leaving the country.
Customs and border agents gave the 7 News I-Team exclusive access to America's busiest auto port.
We did just pop this one container earlier today. It's got
The one down here?
Yes, sir.
The inspections done on this dock are agents' last chance to catch stolen property before it leaves American shores. Minutes after we stepped onto the dock, we see a $125,000 Cadillac Escalade pulled from its shipping container by a forklift. This is the only way to move a stolen vehicle without its keys. This vehicle has no keys, was
Correct.
going to West Africa.
Correct. Brand new 2022 Cadillac Escalade.
There's more than cars inside these shipping containers. Customs agents painstakingly sift through all sorts of items, from electronics to hair dryers to a paper cutting board.
You never know what you're going to see.
It's the only way to get to the VIN number on the dashboard and confirm a car is stolen. No room is wasted. Why ship 2 cars when propping one up on a homemade wooden lift lets you fit 3? 800,000+ cars come through here.
Yep.
How many of them can you check?
We can check as many as we have to try to disrupt these transnational criminal organizations.
But Baltimore's port director told us his 100 customs agents don't always open every container. He says they do check container manifests and look for an excuse to look inside.
They say they're sending out a Honda Accord, and we x-ray it, and then we see a pickup truck. Obviously, red flag for us.
During our interview, one of those red flags turned into a gold mine. This container's manifest says inside is 1 car bound for West Africa. How many are in there?
So there's three brand new Mercedes in there with the approximate value of that container. It's $400,000.
Inside, we found 2 of the Mercedes stolen off the Bethesda dealer's showroom floor. The thieves didn't bother to take off the dealer plates. It took a few weeks, but after clearing customs, we were back in Bethesda to watch the stolen car's homecoming.
I couldn't believe it because I figured, like I said, these are long gone. So
I'm really happy
You
they're
truly
back.
are the man with this.
Now that's the all too rare story where stolen cars are returned. Most of the time, we'd have video of the cars being stolen, but no idea where they ended up. Now this next story is another exception. It tracks a car stolen at gunpoint and finds it sitting next to 2 marked police cars. Look behind the BMW parked in the street. You're watching an armed carjacking in Prince George's County, just a few blocks from the DC line. But this one gives us a unique glimpse into how car thieves operate and the challenges police face coordinating. You see, this BMW documented its journey.
I want to be a target.
The car's owner asked us not to show his face. He did share a series of pictures snapped and GPS tagged by the car's security system.
I'm thinking we're going to have a car back by the end of the night. I can see everything.
An hour after his wife was carjacked, the BMW security cameras show it parked less than 2 miles from where it was stolen. The next day, the remote cameras show it parked on a DC street. That night, we get the most surprising picture. The BMW sits at a DC stoplight next to 2 marked police cars. We showed the video to the head of MPD's carjacking task force. Is there a reason that MPD wouldn't pull over or pursue a stolen car?
That's assuming that those officers there were aware of that car being a stolen car.
This was even worse than a stolen car. This is a carjacking.
Yeah.
His wife was robbed at gunpoint a few hours earlier, and then he sees on the GPS that it's a mile or 2 away in DC, and the picture it snaps, it's sitting next to 2 MPD police cars.
Yeah, yeah, that's certainly concerning.
Why isn't that an urgent alert?
Sir, I can't answer that. I don't know how Prince George's County, if they were aware of that information. Our officers would not ignore an armed carjacked vehicle in their presence. That wouldn't happen.
Anytime a stolen car is headed towards DC that you're aware of, are you telling MPD that it's coming?
Well, we don't know for a fact that every stolen car is heading into DC. Vehicles are stolen in the middle of the night. Vehicles are stolen during the day. And we don't know exactly those locations.
So there may be a delay when you know a car is stolen.
Absolutely.
Prince George's County Police would not talk about any specific investigations, including this carjacking. How is communication between police agencies when a car is stolen? Are you able to spread the word that this car is coming towards another jurisdiction?
As far as coming towards another jurisdiction, if it is a violent crime and it's something that we're immediately aware of and we do have a lookout for that vehicle, we will certainly broadcast that.
When you map auto crime in Prince George's County, you can see clusters hugging the state line. You see the same thing in Montgomery County. Inside both departments' crime and safety reports, you'll see police rarely pursue suspects once they leave Maryland. In fact, police pursuit policy says officers can only pursue into a neighboring jurisdiction for a violent felony, which again made us wonder why a day after one, DC police unknowingly sat next to a car stolen at gunpoint.
That story, like so many we cover, started with a tip. Please know we are listening to you. If you have a story about fraud, waste, government corruption, or anything you think the I-Team should look into, please get in touch. Send us an email or call our tip line at 703-236-9778. And that's our look back at some of this past year's top investigations from the 7 News I-Team. We hope you enjoyed our walk down memory lane.
It was a great year, but none of us has taken a break. We are already working on exclusive investigations for 2024.
We want to thank 7 News viewers for watching and encourage you to reach out to the I-Team if you have an issue you want us to investigate. Thanks for watching.